about the importance of being able to show Black love and just the complexities of just Black people in film?
I think the beauty of Love Brooklyn is that it takes the complexities of love and boils it down to the moments that are really the most simple, but those are the ones that are most complex. Like we think of love, like when you think of romance, you think of it as we're either arguing or it's passion. It's a whole lot of deciding in between those 2 mile markers. And so when you look at this movie, this is a movie about a man who's trying to decide. He has to get the courage to make a choice. And the beauty, what I love about my character as he plays off of Andre is that my character represents a married man who's already chosen. But are you okay with that choice? Because I think when we talk about love and romance in the real world, sometimes you second guess who you with. Sometimes you second guess who you didn't end up with. What do you do with those feelings? What do you do with those hesitations? And I think when we talk about not just the complexity of Black love, but the complexity of just deciding where you fit in someone else's life and vice versa, that's a tough thing to really, that's not an instant decision. It's tough, it's nuanced. And I think, to me, that's real romance.
Can you talk about why it's important to have this film show?
To me, Love Brooklyn, it's important that Love Brooklyn be shown because I think it's not only about a Black story, it is a love story, but it's also a love story about where we are in the world when things change. Brooklyn is changing right now. Every city is changing right now. Small businesses are dying. Automation is taking over. You got all the big boxes and the delivery. So even the way art is created is being changed. DeWanda Wise's character is dealing with that. Nicole Bahari's character is dealing with that. Andre, he's a writer in the film. So the idea of your industry changing in a city that's changing while you personally are changing and you're supposed to find a partner in the middle of all of this flux, how do you choose? And which do you prioritize? And I think that's the thing that's the most important thing about this movie is that it's something that everybody's going through.
What does love mean to you?
Ooh. What does love mean to me? I think it's a commitment to learning and evolving with someone. And being mature enough that if you're evolving different ways, to have enough love for one another to let each other go.
That's deep. You know, X Factor, when she was like, we hurting each other too much. Well, my last question for you is, what advice would you give to Black men, Black people, or just like the Black community that are chasing their dreams, but kind of sometimes feel left out? You know, it's hard. So what advice would you give to us as we're chasing our dreams right now?
The biggest advice I can give to anybody that's dream chasing, you have to surround yourself with other people that are driven. It starts with that. It don't start with money. It don't start with none of that other stuff. It starts with community. Find a community for yourself and build on that, because there's going to be days where you are physically unable, mentally unable to do it, and you need somebody to do it with. Everybody, folks need to study how wolves hunt. When wolves hunt in a pack, you have 2 or 3 wolves that chase the prey, and the rest of the pack trails behind, conserving energy. When those lead wolves get tired, they fall back. Somebody else in the pack picks up the pursuit. That's community. And that's what you have to find when you're trying to build and dream chase, because your folks ain't gonna understand. Most of your regular friends are not gonna understand, and you're gonna try and seek solace in them, and they ain't got nothing for you but go get a job. So you gotta be around people that's just as crazy as your ass is, because they're the ones that are gonna refill your cup, and when you need to drop back, they're gonna take up the chase for you.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, thank you. In the end, everything will be carved in stone.